Most Americans spend their entire working careers paying into Social Security, but almost nobody actually understands how their benefit amount gets calculated. You know you pay into the system, you know you get something out of it when you retire. But do you know exactly how Social Security decides your specific monthly payment? Do you know the formula they use? Do you know what you can do right now, today, to increase your future benefit? If you do not know the answers to these questions, you are leaving money on the table. Today, I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how the Social Security Administration calculates your monthly benefit, step by step, using real numbers. By the end of this video, you will understand your benefit better than most financial advisors, and you will know exactly what you can do to maximize it. Let us start with the foundation. Your Social Security retirement benefit is based on your earnings history. The more you earned over your working career and the longer you worked, the higher your benefit. But the calculation is not as simple as just averaging your lifetime earnings. The Social Security Administration uses a specific formula with several steps, and understanding each step reveals opportunities to increase your benefit. Step 1 is gathering your earnings history. The SSA looks at your taxable earnings for every year you worked. Taxable earnings means income on which you paid Social Security taxes. In 2026, the maximum taxable earnings for Social Security is $184,500. Any income you earned above that amount in any given year was not taxed for Social Security and therefore does not count toward your benefit calculation. Now, the SSA does not just use your raw earnings numbers. They adjust them for inflation. This is called indexing. They take your earnings from every year of your career and adjust them to reflect what those earnings would be worth in today's dollars. So if you earned $20,000 in 1985, that amount gets adjusted upward to reflect current wage levels. This indexing process is how SSA ensures that your older years of earnings are compared fairly with your more recent years. Step 2 is identifying your 35 highest earning years. After adjusting all of your earnings for inflation, the SSA selects your 35 highest earning years. Only those 35 years count toward your benefit calculation. This is a crucial point that most people do not fully understand. If you worked for 40 years, only your best 35 count. If you worked for only 30 years, the calculation still uses 35 years. But the 5 years you did not work are filled in as zeros. Those zeros pull down your average and reduce your benefit. This is why working for at least 35 years is so important. And it is also why going back to work, even part-time, in your later years, can actually increase your benefit. If you can replace one of those 0 years, or replace a low-earning year from early in your career with a current higher-earning year, your average goes up and your benefit increases. Step 3 is calculating your average indexed monthly earnings, which is called AIME. Once SSA has your 35 highest indexed earning years, they add them all together and divide by the total number of months in 35 years. 35 years multiplied by 12 months equals 420 months. So they divide your total adjusted earnings by 420. The result is your average indexed monthly earnings, or AIME. This single number is the foundation of your benefit calculation. Step 4 is applying the benefit formula. Here is where it gets really interesting. The Social Security system is intentionally designed to replace a higher percentage of income for lower wage earners than for higher wage earners. This is called a progressive formula. The SSA applies this formula using what are called bend points. In 2026, the bend points work like this. For the first $1,226 of your AIME, SSA credits you 90% of that amount. For AIME between $1,226 and $7,391, SSA credits you 32%. For AIME above $7,391, SSA credits you 15%. These three percentages are added together to produce your primary insurance amount, or PIA. Your primary insurance amount is what you receive if you claim at exactly your full retirement age. Let me show you this with a real example to make it completely clear. Suppose your AIME is $3,500 per month. Step 1, 90% of $1,226 equals $1,103. Step 2, 32% of the remaining $2,274, which is $3,500, minus $1,226, equals $728. Step 3, nothing for this example since AIME is below the second bend point. Adding those together, 1,103 plus 728 equals $1,831. That would be your primary insurance amount. That is what you receive per month if you claim at full retirement age. Now let me show you why the bend point formula matters so much. Look at that first 90% bracket. The first $1,200 of your AIME is credited at 90 cents on the dollar. After that, you only get 32 cents on the dollar. This means that Social Security replaces income at a much higher rate for lower earners. A worker who earned minimum wage their entire life might have Social Security replace 50 to 60% of their pre-retirement income. A high earner might only have Social Security replace 25 to 30% of their income. This is intentional social policy built directly into the formula. Now, let me talk about what you can actually do to increase your benefit using this knowledge. Strategy 1 is to work for at least 35 years. Every 0 year in your calculation hurts you. If you have worked 30 years and are thinking about retiring, consider working 5 more years. Each additional year you work replaces a 0 with real earnings, raising your average. Strategy 2 is to maximize your earnings in the years you do work. Remember that your benefit is based on your 35 highest earning years. Any year you earn significantly more than your average raises your overall AIME. If you're offered a promotion, a higher paying job, or overtime opportunities, accepting them can directly increase your Social Security benefit. Strategy 3 is to check your earnings record for accuracy. Go to SSA.gov and create your account. Look at your earnings history year by year. If any year shows an incorrect or missing amount, that error is costing you money. You can file a correction with SSA, but older records can be harder to fix, so check sooner rather than later. Strategy 4 is to understand the delayed retirement credits. Your primary insurance amount is your benefit at full retirement age. But if you delay claiming past full retirement age, your benefit grows by 8% per year. So your PIA does not have to be your final number. Waiting builds on top of the PIA to create a permanently higher monthly payment. Strategy 5 is to monitor your projected benefit annually. At SSA.gov, you can see your projected benefit at different ages based on your current earnings history. Checking this each year shows you how your benefit is growing and helps you plan more accurately for retirement. Now, I want to address one more aspect of the calculation that most people are surprised to learn. The bend points I described change every year. The Social Security Administration adjusts the bend points annually to keep pace with national average wage growth. This means the formula is slightly different every year, and the projections you see today may be slightly different in future years. The overall structure stays the same, but the specific dollar thresholds for each bracket are updated. This is another reason why checking your SSA.gov account annually is valuable, because it shows you your projected benefit based on the current year's formula. Let me summarize everything. Your Social Security benefit starts with your earnings history, adjusted for inflation. SSA takes your 35 highest earning years. 0 years count as zeros and reduce your average. Your AIME is your average indexed monthly earnings across those 35 years. The benefit formula applies 3 percentages across 3 brackets to calculate your primary insurance amount. Your PIA is your benefit at full retirement age. Claiming early reduces it permanently. Delaying past full retirement age increases it by 8% per year until 70. You can increase your benefit by working at least 35 years, maximizing earnings, checking for errors, and delaying your claim. If you want to see your actual projected benefit right now, go to SSA.gov and create your My Social Security account. It takes about 10 minutes and shows you your projected benefit at 62, 67, and 70 based on your real earnings history. Please subscribe because next week, I'm covering how Social Security and Medicare work together as a combined retirement income and healthcare strategy.